Guys, when you go to the range, having the right tools can make range day good or bad. It's according to what you need. Scope rings come loose, your sight adjustment tool, you just can't find it in your bag. Or M-lock rail, you need to put one on. Just different things that happen. Having tools makes it so much easier. But one of the things typically for us is we have a really large toolbox with a lot of different type tools to take care of a lot of different problems. But today we're going to take a look at the Fix-It sticks. Now, these have been around for a while. In fact, I've had this for a while. And I really just loved it when I opened it up, checked it out, but it just got misplaced. Well, I came across it the other day and I thought, man, this is such a great item. And this is something that you can have right there close to you, instead of a big range box that you have stuck in your vehicle, especially if you're doing classes or if you're a competitive shooter. Sometimes, it's hard to keep all those tools close by. So this just keeps it compact, and this is just really a great system. So today we're going to take a look at the Fix-It sticks. This is the works. It handles a lot of different firearms. And what's cool is, while there are so many tools in here, there are a number of different tools that you can add on a la carte to be able to make the kit exactly what you want. And I want to give a big shout out to Brownells for sending the Fix-It sticks for this review. Well, did I say compact? It is compact. And these are not inexpensive, but good tools aren't inexpensive, and really you want to be able to depend on it. Nice little pouch, and we have webbing on the back where you can attach this with a MOLLE attachment, double zippers, and we have pulls. We have a Velcro field. I'm going to talk about this in particular in a couple of minutes. But here, this is so well organized. Everything is right here together. We're going to go through each of the tools, and I think you're going to find it surprising, as I did. I was really impressed with this setup. But what I like is this is a rubber base. So all these tools, when they fit in, they actually attach to this rubber, so they're not like flopping around. And so it gives it a really secure fit. Things, when you open it up, they aren't everywhere. Very highly organized. Another thing I like is here you see they come together, but they will separate. Each piece is separate. And so if I want to get to it, I can look here, I can open this up. It just gives me a way to get to the tools I need, and it makes it very simple. So first off, we have a T-handled wrench, and this is a 1/4 inch nut driver. It's just really good and sturdy. It does have sockets on either side. And so while I can actually crank down here using that T-handle for leverage, we do have a polymer sleeve or plastic sleeve here that spins. And so I can just take it, especially for those longer threads, and I can get to whatever I need to. But then I can go to this side and I can really torque down on something if I need to. So it gives me that leverage of the handle. Very well thought out. There are some sets now that they even have ratcheted sets. In fact, I have one. And that is really a great option as well, but this does work very nicely. Now start out with the bit drivers, and we have torques that go all the way up. This gives you a nice array of torque wrenches. I believe this is just a little bit of a punch, and so it's really small. And then we have the standard bit drivers. And then here on the other side, we have another set. These are good quality bit drivers. One of the things about it, if you buy the cheap sets, they will actually tear up your mounts, your screws. And so you want something that's really going to fit well. These are all machined, and so they really work extremely well. And they are nickel plated to give it a nice smooth finish. And again, different sizes of hex bits, and you have metric and you have standard. We have 2 Phillips head screwdriver tips, and we have 2 flathead tips, and we have a very small one, which this really comes in handy, especially with some scopes and sights to adjust windage and elevation. And it's really nice because these just pull out, but they stay retained, and then you can just put it at the end of your T-handle, and again, we can just screw it in, and it is magnetic. And so it's actually a pretty strong magnet. But this just allows this to stay in place, and then here on the sides as well, they are also magnetic. But this just allows you to get more leverage if you need it. To get things started on the bigger bits, this is for choke tubes. It is for Benelli, but it fits a number of different ones. You can place it in the choke, you can just turn it, and if your choke's loose, or if you want to exchange the choke for a different size or a different type, you can do that. Here we have just a pry bar, and you can see it's even a little bit of a nail puller, and then we have some bits as well here And these are just to be able to loosen up bolts, things like that. And you have 3 different sizes. And again, this fits right into your handle. Next is a very interesting one. This is actually for your Glock front sight, and it's the exact dimension to be able to put it in there, and it has a magnet. So you can attach this, put it up into your Glock slide, and to be able to loosen that screw. And that makes it really easy, because a lot of times trying to get the right tool up there can be a pain. But this is just in your kit. And so if you have any issues, this makes it really simple to take care of that. And next we have a bushing wrench for your 1911. And so this allows you to, if you're in the field or you have any kind of issues, you can change out your barrel bushing, and it's got that exact same shape, and so you can take it and just use it to take off that barrel bushing. Or the one thing about this kit is, even when you have it at home, it makes it really simple to be able to use it, you know, where everything is. And that really applies to all these tools. It doesn't have to be just in the field or at the range. Now this is really an excellent tool, and this starts out with your limiters. This will be for a torch limiter. This is 15 pounds. We also have a 25 pound, a 45 pound, and a 65 pound. And this allows you, if you're tightening down screws, let's say a scope mount, one of them comes loose, you can reset it to 15 inch-pounds, and that's going to allow you to be able to be consistent all the way across. Typically, I do it by feel, but if you have consistency across your mount, it's going to retain 0 much better. Just bringing that back in. Now, again, this goes to these set amounts, and if you need something in between, and let's say you need 20 inch-pounds, you're not going to be able to get that exact weight. The one thing that's cool, and something that actually I'm going to get, is one of the universal limiters, and it has different degrees. You can set it wherever you want to, and that is another tool by Fix-It Sticks. But with this set, you get these 4, and these cover most things. But if you want to really get technical, that just allows you to do so. Now, to demonstrate, put this over your scope mount. You just tighten it up, and when it hits that 15 inch-pounds, it's going to start to click. And so then it just stops the action. And so that way you know you've set it exactly to the right torque. And also we have a 1/2 inch socket. And so for different things that you might need for a 1/2 inch socket. Then here on the other side, we have an AR-15 front sight tool. Now, a lot of times we've gone to scopes and scope mounts. And so this, though, gives you that ability to be able to co-witness with your front sight, whether it's your standard AR-15 front sight post, or even a lot of the Magpul and different adjustable sights. And this way you can adjust the elevation. Next, we have a bronze scraper, and this is great to get off carbon off of your bolt or different areas where carbon builds up, and it won't damage the metal. And again, this just fits right into the handle, and it makes it really easy to do. But carbon is a problem, or even a suppressor. If you have some carbon buildup and you want to kind of just give it a good clean, you can use this to get things started. Next, we have a threaded piece that's an adapter, and this is for your brass cleaning rods, and they screw right in the end. And so you can use this with your handle, and so it gives you that option to really get some length to it. And then of course you have 2 of them. There are extra holes here to where you could fit a number of these different rods if you wanted to really extend the length of your rods, especially for things like squibs, or maybe the bolt gets stuck, you have a round in the chamber, and you can pop that out. I always have rods in my gear, because if I have a bolt that gets stuck, or a round in the chamber, or squib, I can get it out. And this fits all of your Otis type tools. So any kind of Otis tools you want to use and you want to include in this kit, it'll work well with those. So that's definitely a big plus. But this adapter also unscrews, and so I can use the shorter end if I want to, and then just put the rods in there. So this just gives you more possibilities. We just have a standard brush, and you can always use that for a lot of different things. Here we have a punch, and this will actually fit any of your Glock pistols. And so this gives you the ability, if you have a Glock, I mean, we've already looked at the sight tool, but this allows you to disassemble it if you need to. And so, great tool. Again, a lot of this can be used in your bench at home. And then we have a non-marring punch, and this is just a plastic type material. And so this allows you to be able to do what you need to do without messing up your firearm. Next, we have a small pick. And picks are important, especially if you need to get that carbon and debris out of really tight areas, or lint if you need to. Next, we have a bolt tool for your AR-15, and this will get around your bolt, and you can put this tool over the end of your bolt, and then you can turn it and it's going to scrape it. You can also take your firing pin and put it through here and get that shelf that tends to kind of build up different areas. And so this gives you a lot of ability with that, and again, we can attach that with a T-handle, and it just gives us a lot of possibilities with that. If you're at the range all day and you've been shooting a lot, that can really help to keep that bolt clean. And then we have a castle nut wrench. I thought this was actually pretty ingenious, and so this actually fits again in here, and you can loosen or tighten your castle nut, or for that matter, you can even attach a buffer tube and be able to do that. And everything again is just right here. You may have a dedicated tool as a castle nut tool, but this just makes it really easy and fast, and again, this can go to the range with you. Now I wanted to bring this out. This is also by Fix-It Tools. One thing I like about this is it's a ratchet, and so that's the thing about Fix-It Tools, is that you can take this and use it as a ratchet and really kind of utilize your strength here. And again, it does have the tools on either side, just like the other T-handle. But this is just one of those things with Fix-It Tools. And then, of course, you have your rubberized piece here that holds everything into place. I just think it's so ingenious. And this really just kind of blocks into a very compact, small little kit. And there is kind of a pry bar here again at the end, and you do have your bit drivers right here. So very cool, innovative tools from Fix-It Sticks, and there's a number of different kits. Now one thing too, on the inside of the pouch, I do have some Vibratite and whatever else that I want to carry. There's some elastic bands here, then there's this mesh sleeve. So this just gives you some more options, and there are some small areas here. You can just put some tools right here. So whatever your favorite tools are, if you want to throw them in this kit, it works really well. In fact, this ratchet set will actually fit in here and close up. So you can see that you do have plenty of room to be able to expand even on this small one. Again, there's a number of different type kits. And I think these guys have thought of everything. With this pad right here, it's magnetic. And so if you want to put your tools right here, you're not going to lose them. Also small screws, things like that you can put on here, and this magnetic pad will hold it. And two, I can just take this pad off and throw my tool. And I can just pull this pad right off, set it on the bench, work how I want to, and then put things right here, especially if you want something stable. So this is just icing on the cake. Now when it comes to price, really thought out tools, very well done. It covers about anything you can imagine, and the price on Brownells is $264. Again, there's a la carte. You can have different tools if you want to order those. They have different type kits, even up to armor kits, which are actually pretty impressive. And they have just other options like this ratchet set. So a great way to have a good day at the range if you have any issues. And if you're like me, typically something that can go wrong will go wrong. And this just allows you to fix it. That's why they call it Fix-It Sticks. Keeping your firearms clean and maintained is vital, and Otis Technologies makes some of the best cleaning supplies out on the market, and they are the official supplier to the U.S. military. This is one of their compact little cleaning kits. I mean, everything is right here, and it's in this one little pod. Also, they were the inventors of the bore snake, or what they call the ripcord. And we want to give a big thank you to Otis for being one of our sponsors. So guys, Fix-It Sticks, the works. It is the works. It's everything but the kitchen sink, and it's really a great item to have. Very compact. Everything is right there. You're not digging through your toolbox, and you're not also having to go back to your truck or your vehicle to try to find the items that you need. You can fix them right there. I mean, this could fit in a cargo pocket. It's just a very small, compact set, and yet it's very capable. Now again, there are a number of tools that you can add to this, or just things that you personally want to put in here. And so this is super thought out. Again, Fix-It Sticks have been around for a while, but there's a reason why they're still around. These things are excellent for the range. And again, a big thank you to Brownells. Guys, any kind of tool that you can possibly need, Brownells has it. And they've been around for 85 years, and that speaks a lot for Brownells. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. And these just fit. Okay, that one just keeps coming out. Now the price is, well, without this. Okay. I was doing video. I could see the phone, but I couldn't get to it.
Sorry, that's
it's all right.
fine.